As we heard there, Ryan Grant struggling with tyre issues in KZ2. On to the pre-final for JICA KF3. Ari Hutton, Chris Cox, Daniel Kinsman. Now we saw Kinsman in the barriers at the end of heat number 3, and a bizarre occurrence. He reached down to do some tuning on his engine, knocked the coil lead off and got an electric shock up his arm. It was a big scare for him, but he's back out there in the mix here for the pre-final. As Cox and Hutton trading positions up at the top hairpin. So a bizarre occurrence there for the current national champ, Daniel Kinsman, currently 3rd on track. So again, we've got the two 100cc air-cooleds up against the KF3 of Ari Hutton. There's 3 KF3s out there this weekend. Mitchell Brown, who's just moved out of the junior restricted class. His dad Steve running in the KZ2s. He's running a Maxter KF3, and Patrick Davey, like Ari Hutton, is running one of the TMs. This is Stan Tangaroa Green working there with Daniel Kinsman at the top hairpin. The thing about this Hawke's Bay Kart Club track, it's all about momentum. It carries so much exit speed off some of the higher speed turns. That's probably one of the most crucial corners on the racetrack, that double apex right-hander that sets the run up to the hairpin here. And if you don't get a good run out of here, it pretty much ruins your run onto the main straight, where there are passing opportunities up the top of the hill at the top hairpin. Kart number 8, Jamie McNee. Another young driver that's been competing in the MTA New Zealand Formula Ford Championship. There's the 10 there, just struggling, a little bit of sideways there for Tom Alexander. So some furious battles in the pre-final here for JICA and KF3. So Jamie McNee, he's really featuring in the results in the MTA New Zealand Formula Ford Championship. His 2nd season back into kart sport this weekend for the CIK Trophy of New Zealand for 2009. 90, Paul Blomqvist. They've had some engine issues over the weekend. He's battling there with Alexander, who makes a nice pass at the top hairpin. 24 just in behind them, Patrick Davey. So Chris Cox now back into the 2nd position. Daniel Kinsman 3rd. Ari Hutton starting to get some clean air between himself and the 2NZ. Ari Hutton from Mount Wellington in Auckland. And like the pre-final for KZ2, the pre-final distance for the KF3 JICAs is 26 laps. Fastest lap of the race, a 33.065. Average lap speed of 73.8 kilometres an hour for Ari Hutton. That's about a 1.5 seconds down on the pace from the KZ2s. Obviously, these drivers and these karts giving away a little bit of weight to the senior classes. KF3s have to weigh up at the CIK International weight of 145 kg. The 100cc air-cooled Junior Intercontinental A's at 135. And where the KF3s are revving out at about 14,000 RPM rev limited, the hundreds are pulling between 17 and 18,000 RPM. So Ari Hutton looking for another win for the weekend. The only time he's been headed so far was Chris Cox's defeat of Hutton in heat number 3, and Cox being the top qualifier. So with this victory, Ari Hutton will put himself off the pole. The new Tony Kart EVR. The TN KF3 spec engine on the side rails. Very, very smooth, and you'll see most of these young drivers, they do not move around in the kart very much. The aim is to keep their heads and shoulders as still as they can, and that's what Ari Hutton's done. He takes the victory in the pre-final for JICA and KF3. Chris Cox 2nd, Daniel Kinsman 3rd after his problems in heat 3. 4th was Stan Tangaroa Green, followed by Tom Alexander, Jamie McNee, Patrick Davey and Paul Blomqvist.
That gives you pole position for the final, the place to start.
Yeah, which is good. Pole's always handy around this track, and hopefully we can pull it off, you know, because Chris is real fast and I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Looks like towards the end of the race there you backed off a little bit to preserve tyres.
Oh yeah, because we have to have the same set of tyres throughout the whole race meeting, so I just backed it off, and I saw Chris was backing it off too, so I decided to do it too.
Oh, 35 laps, you probably need plenty of fluids, don't you?
Yeah, 25. Well, that pre-final was pretty hard, so hopefully we can get through it and just drive it.